Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. And it's Reed in at the center position. One for Chicago. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen is out there with Adams. And it's Shea in at the three. Smitty, the increased pace of the game, how does that affect players, you think, trying to get through the season in terms of, say, fatigue?
You know, I think for the teams that those coaches understand, they do a great job of playing 10, 11, 12 guys throughout the season. It usually bodes well. It's those organizations that's going 6, 7, only 8 deep. You see those guys start to fatigue, and any injury, then you really see it shows up on paper and on the floor when you're not a deep team.
Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Adams' shot is good.
Staying open to what develops one of Che's biggest strengths as a playmaker. That you lean on at the offensive end is he went. What is this? The dunk contest?
Not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the dunk by Jay.
Well,
Reed the pass to Knox. Poked away and stolen by Jay. And Shea throws it down hard.
Creating the turnover that's... What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it with the...
Oh my goodness!
Did you see
what a play? The Bulls leading by 8. Jay kicks to Cousins. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. He dishes it to Jay. Pass to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
And his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty. Porter gets going. On the court for the Knicks. Handle out there with Knox. Then there's Allen. And it's Dotson in at the 3 spot.
That's a great pass. This is why you run your offense through a guy like Che. He understands the game.
Great look, but off the mark. The 7th pick back in 2014.
So quick into the lane, and then the huge finish. Che gives the defenders no.
And no good that time. Great D that time from Portis. And Shea throws it down. Shea.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opponent.
That's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
No good from outside.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
And they double up Che. White wide open. He fired. Good, and the assist goes to Che. White's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And they double up Che. Levine, good. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area. And defensively, they are on their heels every time.
Circumstances and time changes everything. in Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka
Like they were a few months back, the defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
The Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score. Going, and he's put this team behind the 8-ball.
And Adams with the slam.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And stolen by Che. And Shea throws it down hard.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was
Has to be a relief, ending a 14-0 run by the Bulls.
Now here's Che. He's covered closely. In the corner, it's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
the creativity extreme enough to where you have to respect him. Had one triple in the first half, now has his second.
Lynn kicks to Adams, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Julius Randle picks one up. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that, but I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue. You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
Satoransky finds Adams.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be.
Gave a little pump fake and then off to the races.
"15 seconds left to play in the third. He hits it from 9. Satoransky's got his first 2 points of the night. Out to the wing. Here's Knox. Good work defensively by Carter.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Reed, and it's Schultz, and at the 4. Pass to Young. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts.
Guys, that opportunity.
The Bulls shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. Here's Arcidiacono. Shea passes to Portis. It's stolen. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved. Get-go. And once they started pouring on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
That'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific
ます。